Alright, so this is exciting. So I was thrown in Facebook jail again, and this time it was on a free speech incident. I had wrote a poem, it's been like 9 or 10 years ago, and they don't like it. And what's funny is there was a reverend that I shared that poem with too, and she didn't like it either. And she refused to give me time to be able to speak in front of the congregation to bring that message out. And so I just kind of snuck it in anyway. But anyway, so Facebook, they can digitally censor me, and so this is my response to it. I'm going to share it with you guys because it's going to be, as long as they do a board oversight committee on this free speech infringement, that people are going to find out my name anyway and who actually wrote this. So they said, what was your reason for posting it? Why did you post this content? Do you think Facebook misunderstood your reason? I said, my response is, I use social media to share ideas that matter. It is my natural right as a human being to be able to share what I'm experiencing in the world. The poem, Realize, Realize, Realize by Free Will, is my work. It came from me. And I'm sharing it with a friend. It doesn't support violence. It supports being the best version of who you are, and realizing that much of today's religions are full of hypocrites and idol worshippers. That's all. Thank you for your time and consideration of me being discriminated against. I'm sure you're quite busy, so I won't take up any more of your time. Namaste. But then they kept asking more questions, and so here we got more. Does this content involve important social issues? For example, if you think it's important that people be able to see the kind of content you posted, or if a decision in your favor could benefit lots of people, use this space to explain. The poem they are placing, my response to this is the poem they're placing restrictions on is about helping people to see that the Christ light is within each of us. It's a strong message that may offend those who are too busy being normal to care about fixing the problems in the world. The solutions exist to the problems we face, yet distractions keep people focused on things that don't matter, while the things that matter are not yet being appropriately attended to. And then it just basically what languages, I used English, and what country is this content relevant to, and it's only relevant to whoever sees it. It's I'm here in the United States, I'm here in Washington State, which is an occupied territory of the United States. So let's see, what keywords best describe your content? I selected art, poetry, writing, culture, and religion. Provide a summary for your submission. And this is summarizing in 5 to 10 words the most important details of your case. For example, they give you a few of them. The protest video should not be allowed under freedom of speech, or nudity rules should not apply to cartoons. But my answer, and required field of 75 characters or less, free speech was denied to Jesus for a law made up by someone somewhere else. Is there anything else you'd like the board to know? If so, use this space to explain. So I said censorship is for those who know what they are doing is wrong. I am 100% willing to be held accountable for everything I do and say, and nothing that I type is something I'm unwilling to say face to face with anyone involved. We need a world where real change is possible, and if communication is censored like Facebook is doing, it might be a place few will enjoy living in. And then there's more. And they said, hey, can we share stuff about you? And I said, yep. And I said, yep. And then to preview your appeal. So, and the another question, how did Facebook get the decision wrong? I said there were no standards that I'm aware of that sharing my poem violates. It doesn't promote violence or exploitation of anyone anywhere. Quite the contrary. It illuminates what really happened when free speech and beliefs and choices of religion was limited and censored by the church and the state. Here's the poem in question. Realize, realize, realize by Free Will. Monday through Saturday living in sin, then Sunday comes and praying to Him. We talk of Jesus, how His words should be law. With the blood from His veins He paid for us all. You are the light of this world, He said to this town. Love and laughter help to remove the frowns. All so innocent these words to live by, yet so difficult when surrounded by lies. They question Him like lawyers to thieves. The claims this man makes are hard to believe. Persecution and nails until He was dead. The pathway He led to be covered in red. Upon the crucifix presented to all, cowards and hypocrites watching in awe. He died knowing the love in His heart would replace the pain slowly as His soul depart. Love and compassion are the words of God. The amount of sorrow, it seems so odd. If you sit in the pews with the game on rewind, no thoughts of salvation will enter your mind. Give 10% or maybe more, hoping not to make God roar. Killing another in God's name is only an attempt to shift the blame. The commandments tell us thou shalt not kill, but our choices are based on man's free will. The Vatican controls enormous wealth, yet God's children are homeless and very poor health. Reaching out to those in need, protecting all from who live in greed. Animals in nature ask nothing of you, trusting in God that nothing's askew. The mark of the beast is at our door. Do you choose love or hate, or simply ignore? Fixing the world is a task for us all. All of the answers are in some movies I saw. I ask of you while you sit there, are you the best you, or do you care? And then they wanted to know, why do you post this content? Why do you do this? My response, I use social media to share ideas that matter. It is my natural right as a human being to be able to share what I'm experiencing in the world. The poem, oh, you know what? I think we've already covered this. This is a whole, alright. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, that's what happens with an oversight board on a decision that is challenged when Facebook throws you in jail. So, yeah, I'm hitting submit because I'm submitting my information, and hopefully they're going to, let's see here, let's do it like this, and here I am. I don't need my glasses anymore because I'm just looking at a camera instead of at a screen, reading little tiny things. So, anyway, yeah, so we're going to find out if I'm being discriminated against because of my beliefs by Facebook, which, you know, that doesn't even surprise me much, you know, because it seems like today that any beliefs that are aligned with love and unity and coming together and fixing the problems that we know exist in the world are being oppressed by those who benefit on the problems in the world.